Hey y'all, it's Miss Brown back with another video, baby. That was so unnecessary. But let me tell y'all this. I just watched a horse. What do they call them? Colt? Yeah, because it was a boy. I just watched a horse deliver a baby. She had her baby. And it was so stressful, child, because the baby head was turned in a bad position and they had to go in and like turn his head to deliver him. And then this was this horse's first baby. So they were helping her as much as they could. So they tied these things around the baby's legs to help pull him when she was contracting. And after they got him out, they had to, like stroke him and rub him and stuff. And I was just like, Lord, come on, baby, breathe. Breathe, baby. Come on, you got this. You got this. I mean, I was rooting for the mama, knowing that this was her first baby, and it was like the they showed everything. Like this was on TikTok. They showed the whole thing, like her, I guess it's her water bag. Like she delivered her water bag first, and she was standing up at first. And the lady was walking her, just like a woman that's in labor. They walk you to try to walk that baby down. And when it came time for her to deliver, when I guess when the horse's body, was telling her that it was time to push, the horse laid down and, you know, pushed her with the assistance of the two people that worked on the farm. They knew what to do, pushed, helped her deliver that baby. And when I looked at that, the only thing I could think about was God. Nobody could do that. Nobody could design that but God. Horses carry their babies for a whole year. 300, almost a year, 330 some odd days. They carry their babies. And then they come into this world. Horses don't normally lay down unless, something is going on. Normally horses are on their feet. And when she got ready to deliver, she laid down. They helped her and she brought that baby into the world. And the baby, after he was born and, they was rubbing him and getting him to breathing and stuff, he just like popped his little head up and was, trying to hold that big head up and look around like, what is really going on here? Like, where am I? And it took him maybe a good 20 minutes before he could get on his feet. And what was interesting is he was trying to stand up. He kept, he was bucking. He was like, but his little legs, they weren't ready to hold him yet. But he was trying to get up and get on his feet. And the mama, she hadn't got back on her feet yet. But the mama got up. She stood up and, kind of stretched. And I think the lady said she delivered her placenta when she stood up. So she stood up and kind of, stretched her legs. And when she stood up, the baby got up. The baby got up and got on his feet. And he was wobbly. He was wobbly. But he stood there next to his mama. And I was like, look at God. I got so overwhelmed with emotion. I was like, nobody can do that but God. Look at that design. I mean, the animals. He just put everything together so perfectly. I mean, the animals, the babies, the way we deliver. I mean, and women and female animals are so interconnected. We all do the same thing. We do it a little differently, but it's the same exact thing. You know, a lot of animals carry their babies longer than we do, but they still carrying them. They still, oh, my husband said he got paperwork he's trying to do. They still, they still carry their babies and they still birth their babies. It was so beautiful. If you have never seen a animal give birth before, you should. I think everybody should see that at least once. And I'm queasy. I get so queasy. Like they didn't. It wasn't in the thing. I'm thinking, oh my God, it's gonna be a whole lot of blood. It wasn't a lot of blood. She didn't show like the horse delivering the placenta and stuff because she said that part is a bit much. She didn't show that part. She just said when it happened. But I think everybody should see that. These horses, one was born earlier. I missed that birth. When I got back, that baby was feeding, had latched on to the mama and was having his first feeding. So I missed that one. And then the other horse went into labor because she was saying that it was another horse that was close, but she didn't know how close she was. And then it just happened, and I got an opportunity to to see that one. I've had an opportunity to see a human baby other than my own children. It's different when you watching somebody else's baby be born because even though they had a mirror up in the hospital, you concentrating so much on trying to bring your baby into this world that you're not really looking at the birth of your own child. I wasn't. But when somebody else is giving birth, you know, you see everything. Like I saw my granddaughter be born. I will never I will never forget that. And I don't think I would ever forget the birth of this horse. It was just it was so beautiful. It was just, and the horse, you could just see the love in the horse's face. Like after they wiped the baby down, the colt wiped him down, gave him some kind of medicine. She said that they give them after they're born, and put some kind of medicine on his umbilical cord. They brought him around to the front of the mother because when he's born, he's of course at the back. And the mama came, she could see him, but she couldn't really see him that good. And after they did all of that, they brought the colt to the front of the mother, to like the mother's face, so she could get a good look at him, so she could sniff him and lick him and just like love on him. And I could just feel the energy from the mother, like, this my baby. I did this. I was like, you did that, girl. Girl, you absolutely did that. It was so beautiful. And these horses don't belong to the farm. They come to the farm, I guess, to be I don't want to say, the word is not inseminated, but that's what happens. They come to this farm to get pregnant and to be taken care of while they're pregnant, to have the baby. And I think she said they stay there for 4 months after the baby is born. And then the people come and pick them up. But these are, I think the fathers are like Kentucky racehorses or something. The fathers to these babies are Kentucky Derby racehorses. So these babies could potentially one day run for in the Kentucky Derby because they're special. Like these horses are owned by, basically rich people who have babies and get them ready to run or, train or whatever. But anyway, the farm that the babies are on, that is what they do. They take care of horses and, get them ready for birth and tend to their birth and, make sure that the babies eat an hour. I think she said they have to eat like an hour after birth. And if the mother doesn't nurse them, they have to either go get another horse or, get some milk and bottle feed them until they can get another horse that is going to feed them. But, they pray that the mother will be attentive to the baby and take care of the baby and feed the baby and, do all the stuff that they're supposed to do. Now, I haven't checked back to see have that baby eaten, but I'm pretty sure by now the baby should have latched on and had his first meal. But if you have not ever seen that, go watch it because that will just bring you closer to God and just give you that feeling like nobody but God can do that. This is something that man can't do. Like you can put two animals together and by nature they will have sex or, procreate. But only God can make sure that we have the technology and people have the wisdom how to, assist these animals in bringing these babies into this world. Oh my God. It was just beautiful. It really was. And I'm just in awe. And I'm just so grateful that I serve a great God, just so happy. And it is on TikTok, of course. If you want to watch it, go to TikTok and look up horses giving birth or something. I don't know if that particular video will come up because it was on a live. And I don't think they save lives on TikTok like we do here on YouTube. But anyway, let me go because I'm just running my mouth. And y'all probably ain't going to listen to this whole video anyway. I will talk to you guys later. I love you. Bye.